I'd like to call to order the meeting of the City of Columbiana Planning Commission for April 9th, 2019. I'd like you all to rise for the invocation and the pledge of allegiance to the flag.
Lord, we acknowledge your presence among us tonight. We know you are always with us, and we pray for your guidance during this meeting. Give us the wisdom to work in the best interest of everyone in our community. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Stood on my mic cord. Minor technical difficulties. I would like Leanne to call the roll.
Scott?
Here.
Donna? Here.
Here.
Tucker? Brian? Mark?
Here. Okay, we have a quorum, just barely. So we do have a quorum and we can conduct business tonight. The first item I want to talk about is, I assume you all received the minutes of the March 12th, 2019 meeting. I'd like to know if there are any questions, comments, or suggested corrections on those minutes. Hearing none, I'd like to ask if there's a motion to approve those minutes. So moved. And it's moved. So the minutes are approved as submitted. I have no old business on the agenda, if someone has any. And we do have two new business items. I'd just like to make this statement to the two of you who are coming forward. We do have a quorum tonight. 3 of the 5 are here. But we always like to tell individuals that if you feel like you want to get a positive vote, you have to get all 3 of us to vote affirmatively for your project. So if you wish to defer and not present your project tonight, that would be perfectly okay with all of us up here. Yeah, over there they look pretty good. Pretty good spirit, so, you know, we'll see how that goes. Our first item is a site plan review of Lorenzo Scordo, owner of the MAD Alchemy LLC, seeks the Planning Commission's approval to open a new business called the Brew Lounge at 115 Town Center Avenue, Firestone Farms. Lorenzo, I think that he has presented himself. You want to tell us a little bit about your project?
Sure. I have a pretty extensive background in restaurant management, and I'm also certified sommelier. What I wanted to bring to the community after living out of town for most of the years after high school was I wanted to bring back something a little bit more, a little bit different than what we used to for a brewery. So my thoughts were to not only have a microbrewery, but to put my previous experience in with that and come up with a brewery that is more of a lounge atmosphere rather than to have it be, you know, wooden tables, the wooden, the uncomfortable chairs and everything. I want it to be more relaxed. So the idea that we have is putting together a classier atmosphere with leather lounge club chairs, and then love seats as well, coffee tables, things like that. I also have something that's going to be setting us apart. It's pretty extensive bourbon list and a wine list. So kind of going to hit on all the corners. I also have a small menu, cheese plate, things like that. That's the idea of it. And I'll be in a Firestone box, essentially.
I thought it sounded pretty neat.
Any questions?
Lorenzo, Are you sole proprietor?
Yeah.
Backing?
As of right now, yes. I'm trying to get the brewer to get a partner with me, but sort of pulling away from his job right
So you
now.
will brew some of your own beer, correct?
Yes, but there will be, yes, taps as well, which is another thing that sets apart. Most of the breweries you see, they have great beer around here and everything, but most of the time you'll see if you go to like Burgess, they have only their own beer.
Beer.
There's a lot of people that will only, drink Coors Light, Bud Light, or, some imports, but it's true. And that costs businesses though, people don't realize is that if you go to places that have craft beer and your friends don't want to drink craft beer, you don't go, and then you lose that business, so that's the.
You open that up. Domestic list as well, then?
Yeah, absolutely. And then also, coming in from, over at, Nova Creature, and hoping to get a couple others from that, they've got, guys over at Birdfish wanna do a collaboration as well, so.
How many days a week do you plan to be open?
We'll start with 5. I need to see how business dictates things. I have the application to be open for 7 days a week. Right now it's only taking care of 6, but I need to see how things play out. I don't want to jump the gun just yet.
What about your permits, liquor permits?
We're going through the phases right now.
You're going through that right now,
Yeah.
and the licensing?
Yes.
What's the projected open date?
Don't have one. I was actually just talking to Tom about that. The issue we're running into right now is that we have, the federal paperwork which was stacked up from the government shutdown. So we're waiting on that. I don't have any estimated yet. I'm hoping in the next couple of months it would be open. I mean, we're just about ready to go. Everybody's waiting, including the state, and the liquor control, and is waiting on federal paperwork, so. I think one of the things that this would bring also to the community is retaining a classier crowd to keep out kind of the river.
Well, I'll make the motion that we accept the proposal by Lorenzo and pending all the liquor licenses and everything that you need to open the business.
Second. Okay, so we have a motion and a second to, accept this site plan, with the stipulations that you meet all the required licensing and, that you need. Anyone have any other questions?
So Linda, just so I understand, you're waiting on your federal licenses right now,
I'm waiting on it's a federal
manufacturing.
manufacturing, it's a beer, certificate.
And so under the state, are you an A? Where are your licenses with that?
A class. Oh, they're pre-approved, sure.
A3 or A1?
We do A1C and
Yeah,
A1.
that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have got 2 of them because we sell liquor and outside wine as well, so.
Okay.
That's pre-approved, she already went through, pre-approved everything, she said there shouldn't be any issue, but we do all that.
But the feds.
Now,
More questions.
sure, go ahead.
TVs or no TVs?
I have 2 TVs, possibly a 3rd one, but I don't want it to be a sports bar, so I'm trying to keep it as minimal as possible, but I gotta have a little bit, I guess, some kind of atmosphere, maybe live fluctuation.
It sells, doesn't it?
We do plan to have food,
We have to,
offer food,
we have to.
and you'll have to have a license from the health department.
Yes, there's, several different tiers, but it's the minimal tier that I'll be having. It'll be more small plates. Nothing, I don't wanna be food heavy, I don't wanna be, a restaurant here, or you have a homestead for that. I have to be working with them to supply the food, so we got collaboration there.
Okay.
Very good.
That's good.
Are you going to be positioned within Firestone Farms to take advantage of the outdoor, recreation activities?
Yes, we are right across from, do you know where Circle is when you first pull in? So we are right next to that. We'll be facing, if you're looking outside the patio, from the building behind you. To the right is the building itself, so you'll be able to see live entertainment, plus the TVs now. As they come up, you'll be showing movies, you'll be able to see it.
What would be primarily around him? What other?
The exercise pump, studio pump is
Studio
right next to
pump's
it.
right beside,
Yep.
correct?
You gotta agree with the beers.
Know where it is, know the stuff.
He has a small outside area, so you can have outside tables and watch the big TV screen. Or band, if the bands are playing.
And you said you were from Columbiana originally?
No,
Oh, okay. I thought you indicated you lived here at one time.
No, I'm actually from Charlotte.
This is not key to you getting a curve.
Yeah. I'm originally from Struthers, but yeah.
Good. Any other questions on the motion? Deanne, will you call the roll?
Scott?
Yes.
Donna?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great job.
Okay, our next item is the site plan review. Terry Dobbs seeks the planning commission's approval to open up the Performing Arts Center at 919 State Route 46, Oakmont Plaza. Okay, you are Terry.
Yes.
Okay, you want to talk to us a little bit about your project?
Yeah, it's a performing arts school. We actually looked at Firestone Farms, first, and we're hoping still to get down there when they rebuild or we'll build more, but, we are a performing arts school that offers all of the arts. So we have art, singing, dancing, acting, and music. So, we got the Oakmont Plaza right now, and we're gonna build out and have classes for children ages 3 years old on up. We have adult classes, in acting, in dancing, fitness, all of that. Not like studio pump, but like dance fitness. We have in ballroom dancing, everything, we offer it all. So we're hoping to get down here and get us going and grow. Because it's a smaller place right now, but it's a good place for us to start.
Is this your first thing?
Down in Columbiana?
No.
Oh, no, we, also own the stage door in Poland, and we've been there. It's funny because, I don't know, I came down here a long time ago, and we were gonna try to start something here in the Main Street Theater, but they were going through a change. I don't know what happened. I'm talking like maybe 15 years ago, so we couldn't connect with them. So we ended up going to Poland, so we've been in Poland ever since. And now we're, Columbiana Performing Arts is a subsidiary of the Stage Door. And so, yeah, and we'll keep it as Columbiana Performing Arts down here. So, a little bit bigger and broader span of what we offer. We have like, 15 teachers right now. We have ballroom instructors, dance instructors, singing instructors, acting. Actually, our acting teacher is from Columbiana. And we actually have a lot of Columbiana students that have been begging me to come down here. So, yeah, so it's a really good, positive, thing, I believe, for children and for the community.
I'm just curious how you market that.
Yeah, well, we were able to put flyers in the Columbiana Village schools for all the kids, so we sent home 1,600 flyers, which I think we couldn't get into Crestview or Heartland. I don't know a lot of the other schools around here. We've got kind of preschool programs. So I'm still working on that. I talked to the chamber, and they told me that they would work with me on like maybe getting signs and around like those little yard signs, and you know, it's a little bit hard because nobody reads the newspaper anymore. So you know, we're just trying to figure out how to market. But we did have a big meet and greet on Saturday, and we did get about 30 students, 30 people that came in that were interested, and so I think there's a little bit of a vibe out there going now. We're planning on opening for like a summer session, and then go right into a fall registration. We follow like a school year, so we're like September to June. Then we have performances and stuff like that. We do a lot of stuff, and we did talk with Firestone Farms about doing some performances in their little area outside. We have singers and dancers and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Ballroom dancing, some singing performances. We have our acting classes doing statues right now. They're like pretend statues, and so it's really exciting. And people so far seem very positive down here about joining. And we start at 3 years old on that. 3 to 93.
3 to 93. Like two or not. Okay. Are there any other questions for Terry?
That's very exciting.
Yeah, we're really, it's a nice plaza right now for us. It's got the big show window, and so, we're really excited about coming down. So hopefully we can get the word out and get it growing.
I'll make a motion that we approve Terry's presentation as
Thank you.
presented.
And I'll second the motion.
Okay. We have a motion second on the floor to approve the site plan for, the Performing Arts Center. Any other questions or comments on the motion? Deanne, will you call the roll?
Donna? Yes. Rick?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Those are the two items that are presented on the agenda tonight. Assuming there's no others that we need to be aware of. Okay, so on the agenda at this point, we're looking at any commission comments. Anyone up here want to make a statement or something they'd like to say?
I have just something to say about Columbiana. Businesses and such, a lot of them have open houses that's put on by the chamber. And I lived in Columbiana, I went to school in Columbiana. And a friend, who I've been working with, also she's lived here her whole, well, not her whole life, but lived here, and then went to school, left, and then came back. And, we worked for volunteers to help with, R&B, that's the restoration and beautification of Firestone Park. And so we have had the opportunity to go around and visit some of the businesses in town. And we went to Columbiana Boiler, then we went to Hometown Pattern, and then we went to Comco, and we went to Deluxe Snitters, and, there was a couple other ones that two other people went to, and then obviously the bank and such. And, so, I just want everyone to just think about it. If you have the opportunity to go to one of those open houses, take the opportunity and go. It's amazing what you don't know is in Columbiana, and how much they really do contribute, to our world. For example, Columbiana Boiler is the only business in the United States that does what they do. And now there's two others in the world, but one in the United States. It's in Columbiana. Then you go to like Hometown Pattern, and for those that might be interested, there are 3D machines that they keep talking about on TV and whatever, and it's a way of precisely making maybe parts for different things, and they're very, very precise. anyway, and so Hometown Pattern owns one of those, and so does Youngstown State. And Youngstown State keeps their machine at the Hometown Pattern facility. And so kids come down to, the business and learn right there at the business. And so it's just another way to try and keep kids that might not want to go to college, for supplying places for them or opportunities for them, I guess is a better word. And I was just thrilled at what I learned by just going to these businesses. And at my age, that's a lot. I've been here a long time. So, anyway, PhD, I saw, is having an open house. Now, I don't know if the, public is invited.
It's open to the chamber members.
Okay. But if you ever have the opportunity to go to any of these things, try and make it.
Thank you, Donna.
That's what I have to say.
Thank you. Scott, do you have any words of wisdom? Okay.
I stayed up and watched the basketball game last night, so I'm struggling with that.
At this time, I'd like to know if anyone out there would have any, comments they would like to make, for the good of the community. Any other comments? Okay. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Move we adjourn.
Meeting's adjourned.